At first I was like, I don't even want a guy to look at me. Like, don't. Hey everybody, this is Jakira and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in to another one of my videos, and I just want to thank you guys, all of my subscribers, all 36 of you guys, for all of your love and all of your support. And you know, I'm glad to just have these 36 subscribers because, you know, there's time where they have any subscribers, and I just hope that this channel is able to grow, and I hope that you guys find my videos helpful and useful. And if there's anything that you want to see from me, anything you want me to talk about, or any kind of videos you would like for me to make, like, just comment and I'll read your comments and do my best to try to get to those things. And so in today's video, I want to talk about why I chose to be single and if I am willing to start back dating again. So if you've seen my previous videos or have followed my blog for a while, then you will know that I've been single for over a year now, almost 2 years, and like choosing to get out of my relationship was one of the hardest things that I had to do. But I'm honestly so grateful for the wisdom to be able to get out of their relationship, and I'm so grateful for the growth that I've seen in myself, and like for this new happiness that I have. And so, like, even though it was a hard decision to make, it was definitely worth it. And so the first reason why I'm single is because, like, while I was in my relationship, I kind of started to feel stuck, and like I started to feel like unhappy in my relationship. And like I started dating when I was young. Like, we were together from time we were like 13, 14, until we were like 20 years old. And so I spent like all of my teenage years in this relationship. Like, yeah, I know that is young, and like now that I'm out of it, I would not recommend anybody like dating that young, because it can be really dangerous and hard. And one of the biggest things that like really bothered me in that relationship was like, because we were so young, I didn't have the opportunity to build my own personality and my own identity outside of the relationship. And like, we went to a pretty small school, and my ex-boyfriend, he was like pretty well known in the school, and I really hated when people would just like refer to me as his girlfriend. Like, that was the only thing people knew me for, was being his girlfriend. And at first I was like, oh yeah, that's cool, yeah, like, yeah, I am his girlfriend. But as I started to get older, especially like into senior year, I really wanted to be able to make a name for myself and for people to know me outside of my relationship, like people to actually see my strengths and like the things that I'm good at, and for people to actually like get to know me instead of just associating me as his girlfriend. And yeah, and like I said, like, since we were so young, like our identities and our personalities kind of were just like formulated around each other. Like, I only knew myself in that relationship. Like, I didn't know anything else about myself, but from like what I've learned about like who I was in that relationship, but I really had no idea about who I was, what I liked, what I wanted to be. And so like that was the biggest problem for me, not having my own identity and not being able to show my own personality and to have people to actually get to know me for who I was. And so now in my time of singleness, like the first part, like the first year was really about me getting to know myself and like learning how to love myself and getting to know myself, like not as a girlfriend and not as someone's companion, but like as a solo, like one person. And yeah, I think that was like the greatest benefit of our breaking up, was me being able to know who I am and to develop my own personality and my own goals, my own dreams, and just to be able to learn how to love myself and to spend time with myself, to get to know myself. And it has really helped me to understand like why I do the things I do, why I demand the things that I demand, and just like why I think the way I think. And so I think that's a really important thing. Like, I'm not saying that you can't have a sense of self and your own identity in a relationship, but when you are in a relationship, like during your most of your teenage years, like during that time you're supposed to develop your personality, and like you're supposed to develop the person that you want to be, that can be really hard, and that can be really burdensome on your own personal development and your own self-awareness. And so, like I said, I'm really grateful to our breakup for that, because if we were still in that relationship, I would have never like ventured out to fully try to know myself. And another reason why I've chosen to be single is because I felt like I just wasn't ready, like, to be in a relationship, to be in the relationship that I want to be in. Like, after we broke up, I said to myself, and I also prayed, like, God, like, the next relationship I'm in, like, I want to marry that person. Like, I want that to be my last relationship. I've never, like, saw, like, dating around, and, well, I won't say never, but, like, now that I'm older, I don't like dating around and like trying out a lot of different people. Like, that just isn't appealing to me. Like, I just see that as a waste of time. And like, why would you like heal from a heartbreak and then put yourself in a situation to get hurt again, and then like you're just always backtracking trying to heal? Like, you're always in a healing process. Like, it's a process, but there should be a time where you get out of that process. You shouldn't keep putting yourself in situations to be hurt when you know that you're not ready. And a part of me in my learning about myself and like gaining some self-awareness was me realizing like the toxic traits that I have, like those things that I did that caused our relationship to fail, and to realize like those things that are in me that I don't like, and those things in me that I know will not be able to help me to have the relationship that I really want. And so I've also been using this time to like really tackle those things about myself that bother me and that I know will prevent me from having the kind of relationship that I want. And so if you have just gotten out of a relationship, or even if it's been a while, I think that it's really important for you to like take a step back and like reflect on your relationship. Like, reflect on what you heard your ex say that was a problem, or like what your ex demanded of you a lot, but you probably didn't understand it. It was something that really affected your relationship. So you should go back and reflect on those things, and also see what things like that you didn't like about yourself, see in areas that you could have done better in, and work on those things in your time of singleness. And so that's what I've really been working on during this time, like getting myself right and fixing those toxic traits that I have that are going to prevent me from having the relationship that I really want. And the other thing that I've been using this time for, like, why I'm single, is because I want to formulate like what I see a good relationship as. Like, instead of thinking about relationships through the lens of my past traumas and my past hurt, like being able to see my future relationship like with clear eyes without allowing all those things to affect it so much. Like, yeah, you will still be affected by some of the things in your past, but you shouldn't like give them full reign and like your decision making and like how you behave in your relationship. And so I'm using this time of singleness to heal. And like, I don't believe that I will have to be like fully healed in order for God to put me in the relationship that He has for me. But I want to be aware like of my past traumas and my past hurt, and aware of like how I've reacted to those things and how those things affect me, so that like I'm able to catch myself. So like if I see myself falling in those same patterns, I'm able to like stop and reevaluate. Or when I see myself falling into the same mindsets that I used to, then like I can stop myself and say like, wait a minute, like Shakira, you shouldn't do this. Like you're feeling this way, you're thinking this way because this and this happened. And so yeah, it really just has been a time of reflection and like a time of rebuilding for one, so like I can love myself and have self-confidence, so I can know like what I deserve and how much I'm worth, and so that I can know what to look for in a husband. Because like the relationship that I had then, it was good for the person that I was back then, but this new person that I am now, like that old relationship isn't good enough. Like I need something better to better suit this new person that I am now, with this new confidence and this new self-worth and like this new relationship with God. So now I have different requirements for the kind of relationship that I need. And so yeah, I've just been staying single and like not rushing into another relationship. Like it would have been easier for me to just go ahead and get into another relationship because I felt lonely, because I missed being in a relationship. But because I know what kind of relationship I want and I know what kind of wife I want to be, then I know that it's best for me to just wait and to just use this time to continue to build myself, instead of making myself like constantly in this loop of being in the healing stages. And if you are one of those people who just go from relationship to relationship, like you don't realize how much that hurts you until like you're out of the relationship. Like you shouldn't always be in the process of healing. Like you shouldn't always be in that cycle. There should be a process of growth and a process of reconstruction, and a process where you reap all those good things that you've sowed. And like when you reap all the benefits of you taking the time out to stop and to reflect on yourself and to get yourself right and to prepare yourself for a healthy relationship. And so and like another reason why I chose to be single was to improve my relationship with God and to grow stronger with God. Because I plan on sharing my story soon, but I'll just share like a little bit. But I started to like take my faith seriously when I like my junior year of high school. And so like my ex-boyfriend, he wasn't really a Christian. Like he was a Catholic, but he just believed like, oh, like I was baptized and blah blah blah, and so like I'm good with God, and like I have my own relationship with God, and it might not look like your relationship with God, but you know, I still have a relationship with Him, so like it's okay. But I really felt myself like having to turn away from God in that relationship, and it wasn't one where it was like we could work towards being closer to God together. And like when I became what I call like a real Christian, like actually devoted my life to God and like said that I really wanted to live for God, he really wasn't like on board the same way that I was. And I remember like trying to get him to read the Bible with me and like trying to get him to pray with me, but it was always just like such a strain, and I knew that he really didn't want to do it. And it was really hard like when I tried to like set Christian boundaries in our relationship. And so like being in a relationship, I feel like I had to choose that relationship over God, and like being in a relationship was taking away from my relationship with God. And so in order for me to be able to develop a strong relationship and foundation in Christ, I had to leave that relationship, because if I wouldn't have, then I would have never been able to develop a real relationship with God, because like the things that I was doing in that relationship and just the nature of our relationship was away from the will of God. And so during this time of singleness, I've really been trying to deepen my relationship with God, and like deepen my prayer life, and like really work in my purpose and what God has given me to do. And like that's why I started this YouTube channel. Like I think that's a part of my purpose, to be able to share my life and my stories with other people, like so that they can be encouraged, and so they can know that they can make it and that they can do it. And so yeah, that like after the main benefit of me being able the the main benefit of me leaving that relationship was the fact that I was able to grow in my relationship with God, and I was able to grow in my own self-identity. To the question of whether I will date again, I kind of like lately I've kind of been feeling like I'm ready to, and I've kind of gotten the desire again to date again, because at first I was like, I don't even want a guy to look at me. Like don't even look at me. Don't say nothing to me. Don't message me. Like what, they used to make me so mad when guys would message me, or they would try to DM me on Instagram or inbox me on Facebook. Like, why do you think, like, why would you have the audacity to inbox me? Like, why would you even be looking at me? Why are you looking at my profile? Like, they used to make me so angry, but it was just because, like, I was still angry about my relationship. And so, I didn't want any male attention. I didn't want to have anything to do with guys. But now I feel like God has like kind of softened my heart and like opened me up to wanting to date again, and like to just like be more open and kind of like getting back into the process of like preparing myself for that, and like preparing myself for marriage and like for dating again. And so like he has like given me that desire back to be in relationships. But at the same time, like if I'm honest, I am terrified. Like I am so scared to be in a relationship again. It's just, oh, like every time I think about it, like I'm happy about it. Like I'm glad. Like I love the idea of being married one day and like finding my person and traveling the world with them and having a cool family. But at the same time, I am scared. Like I am so scared. I don't even realize like what I'm afraid of, but I'm just really scared about it. So I guess I will know like when it is time for me to actually be in a relationship, when like I'm able to overcome this fear of being in a relationship. Like even now, like when people that I like try to talk to me, I just run away, and I'm just like, what's wrong with you? Like you want to be in a relationship, why you keep pushing these people away? But yeah, I'm honestly just really scared. So I am looking forward to date again. But I'm not actively like pursuing people, because I don't believe in that. I just think that when the time is right, when God is ready for me to date, then he will just, send old boy on over, and it'll be good, and I won't have to worry about it. I won't have to be scared, because I know that it's from God. And so yeah, I chose to be single so that I can work on myself, so that I can build my own identity, and so that I can grow closer to God and in my relationship with God. And I'm looking forward to dating again. So thank you guys for watching this video, and if you enjoyed it, please like this video, comment more videos that you would like for me.